Success is a journey, not a destination. It is paved with challenges and setbacks, victories and lessons. We all yearn for achievement, for the satisfaction of reaching our full potential. But the path to greatness is rarely smooth, and it often requires us to confront an uncomfortable truth. We need criticism to grow. We are wired to seek comfort and validation. It feels good to be told we are doing well, that our work is exceptional, and that we are on the right track. But true growth happens outside of our comfort zones. It happens when we are willing to listen to feedback, even when it is difficult to hear. Embracing criticism is not about seeking negativity or wallowing in self-doubt. It is about understanding that no one is perfect, and we all have room for improvement. It is about cultivating a growth mindset, where we view setbacks as opportunities for learning and development. This journey begins with a fundamental shift in perspective. We must move away from the fear of criticism and embrace it as a valuable tool for growth. It is through constructive feedback that we gain insights into our blind spots, identify areas for improvement, and ultimately unlock our true potential. Our brains are hardwired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. Compliments trigger a surge of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter associated with reward and pleasure. This positive reinforcement is essential for learning and motivation. It makes us feel good about ourselves and encourages us to repeat behaviors that lead to praise. Criticism, on the other hand, can activate the amygdala, the part of our brain responsible for processing fear and threat. When we perceive criticism as an attack on our worth, our natural instinct is to defend ourselves or withdraw. We may become defensive, dismissive, or even hostile towards the feedback and the person giving it. This aversion to criticism is deeply rooted in our human need for belonging and validation. From a young age, we crave approval from our parents, teachers, and peers. We learn to associate praise with acceptance and love, while criticism can evoke feelings of inadequacy and rejection. As adults, these patterns often persist. We surround ourselves with people who affirm our beliefs and avoid those who challenge us. We gravitate towards jobs and activities where we excel, shying away from situations where our weaknesses might be exposed. This natural inclination to seek comfort and avoid discomfort can hinder our growth and prevent us from reaching our full potential. In childhood, criticism often comes from a place of guidance and support. Parents and teachers correct our mistakes, offer suggestions for improvement, and help us develop essential skills. While it may not always be pleasant, this feedback is crucial for our development. It teaches us to navigate the world, interact with others, and build resilience in the face of challenges. As we transition into adulthood, the role of criticism becomes more nuanced. We are expected to be more self-sufficient, to seek out feedback proactively, and to develop the emotional intelligence to handle criticism constructively. The stakes are also higher. In our careers, relationships, and personal pursuits, our ability to receive and integrate feedback can significantly impact our success and well-being. However, the frequency and quality of constructive criticism often decline in adulthood. In professional settings, performance reviews can be infrequent and superficial, focusing on metrics rather than meaningful feedback. In personal relationships, fear of conflict can prevent honest conversations about areas for improvement. This lack of constructive criticism can create a false sense of security. We may believe we are doing better than we are, missing opportunities for growth and development. It is essential to actively seek out feedback from trusted sources, cultivate relationships with people who will challenge us, and create environments where constructive criticism is welcomed and valued. Section 4. Ancient wisdom for modern growth, Stoicism, and the power of embracing feedback. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers valuable insights into navigating criticism and embracing feedback. Stoics believed that virtue is the sole good and that external events, including criticism, have no power over our inner peace. They emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and accepting what we cannot. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, taught that it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about these things. When we receive criticism, it is not the words themselves that cause us pain, but our interpretation of those words. If we view criticism as a personal attack, we will inevitably react with defensiveness and anger. However, if we can reframe it as an opportunity for growth, we can respond with curiosity and openness. Marcus Aurelius, another influential Stoic, famously wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful principle reminds us that obstacles, including criticism, can become stepping stones to success if we choose to view them as such. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we can learn to detach ourselves from the emotional sting of criticism and focus on the valuable lessons it offers. We can train ourselves to see feedback as an opportunity to improve, to refine our skills, and to become the best versions of ourselves. Section 5. Turning criticism into opportunity, practical steps for daily resilience. Embracing criticism is not about passively accepting everything we hear. It is about developing the discernment to differentiate between constructive feedback and unhelpful negativity. It is about learning to filter out the noise and extract the valuable insights that can fuel our growth. One practical step is to cultivate a curious and open mindset. When you receive criticism, instead of immediately dismissing it or becoming defensive, ask clarifying questions. Seek to understand the other person's perspective and the reasoning behind their feedback. This simple act of curiosity can transform a potentially confrontational situation into an opportunity for learning and connection. Another powerful technique is to practice reframing. When you find yourself dwelling on negative feedback, challenge yourself to reframe it in a more positive light. For example, instead of thinking, "They think I'm incompetent," try reframing it as, "They see an area where I can improve and develop my skills." It's also crucial to remember that not all criticism is created equal. Some feedback will be more valuable than others. Learn to discern between constructive criticism, which is specific, actionable, and offered with good intent, and unhelpful negativity, which is often vague, personal, and intended to harm. Finally, remember that embracing criticism is a practice, not a destination. It is a skill that requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to learn and grow. By incorporating these steps into our daily lives, we can gradually build our resilience, develop our emotional intelligence, and transform criticism from a source of fear into a catalyst for growth. Section 6. Unleashing your potential. How embracing criticism shapes your destiny. Our lives are shaped by the choices we make every day. Each decision, no matter how small, sets us on a particular trajectory. By choosing to embrace criticism, we embark on a path of continuous learning, growth, and self-discovery. This journey is not always easy. It requires courage to confront our weaknesses, humility to acknowledge our limitations, and resilience to bounce back from setbacks. But the rewards are immeasurable. As we learn to embrace criticism, we develop a growth mindset, strengthen our resilience, and cultivate deeper self-awareness. This transformation extends beyond our personal lives. It empowers us to lead with greater empathy and authenticity, to build stronger relationships, and to make a more significant impact in the world. When we are open to feedback, we create a virtuous cycle of learning and growth. We become better versions of ourselves, inspiring those around us to do the same. The path to greatness is paved with challenges, and criticism is an inevitable part of the journey. By embracing it as a valuable tool for growth, we unlock our true potential and step into our destiny as individuals and as a society.